Okay, so in this video I'm under the hood again, and this time I'm actually just doing a simple install slash modification, whatever you want to call it. I'm actually doing the WinFactory, the hood, the strut kit for the 300ZX or Fairlady Z. As you can see on the right side here, I've already installed the brackets, and here the brackets come with the screws, the replacement screws that allow you to secure the hood and the bracket. I was able to take off the hood without actually breaking the seal right here, because this hood has never been off, so this is the first time the screws are removed. And I suggest that the guys that are doing this where the hood has already been removed, you got to be careful that the hood doesn't fall back and damage your windshield or anything like that. So you want to, if you can't hold it by yourself, maybe you could get someone else to hold it for you. But because I never broke the seal on mine, I was able to just do it myself without having any assistance. So on the ends, you know, we got everything mounted here ready for the strut. And in this case, the strut was very easy to replace, because right here, right now, I got a master cylinder brace, which already had longer screws. So all I had to do was just take off these two screws, 1, 2, pop in the bracket, put on the mounting screws and all that here, and it was in. So that's pretty much all it is for the right side of the car. The left side is a little bit of a little bit of a trick because of the fuel filter, so we'll get to that. Okay, so here we have the parts, the rest of the parts for the left side, and again, WinFactory, they've been kind enough to, you know, label them. They actually says R and L on the parts, so you actually won't make a mistake. So this is for the left side, and we got the two struts here to mount. So far everything has been pretty straightforward. I gotta get to the left side there in a bit. And so far it's proven to be a very satisfying installation, you know, a very satisfying modification. Okay, so in this section we're going to be using a 13mm spanner or a 13mm socket and a 13mm wrench to actually install this part of it right here. So I've got the bracket on here, as you can see already. So this is the same thing that you're just looking at in my hand. So this, we're going to be using like a 13mm wrench and a 13mm socket on this side to kind of screw it tightly together. And over here, we're going to be removing, because I got some specialty bolts on here, we're going to be removing this nut right here and that one over here. So these two that are close together, it's hard to see it. Yeah, so these one here and that one over there. So that's what we're going to be removing, and we're going to slide the bracket, the left bracket, I keep saying right, under the fuel filter bracket, and that should get us in there. Okay, so I shot a video showing how to, once you mount all the brackets, how to pop the strut on. Actually, the video didn't come out, so I figured I just had to kind of shoot it again to kind of show, well, not exactly show, but just explain what is supposed to be done. Basically, once you get all your brackets on, all you gotta do is just pop the strut into place onto the ball, and it's pretty straightforward. I'm not gonna take it off again just to do it, but it's very straightforward. There's no need for to remove it and, you know, just risk damaging anything or whatever the case might be. Usually to get these things off, you just gotta take a screwdriver and pop the clip and it just comes off. But I think you all get the point. As you can see, the engine bay looks a lot, well, it doesn't look any different, but there is no more, the hood prop is no longer going up, and the actual struts are doing their job. They actually lift the hood a lot higher, and there is space to move around if you need to, just get around. Okay, so after a little bit of wiggling and jiggling, we finally were able to get this bracket secured. It turns out obviously I had to take off these 3 nuts right here and replace them with new ones, and we got it in mounting the struts to this and this, and we should be good. So I'm looking forward to this. Okay, now here goes the closing. See? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, the only thing that I notice is there's a little bit of flex, well, a significant amount of flex on this end right here. You probably won't see it now, but there's some flex on this side, so I'm gonna try to put something under it to kind of, you know, give us a little bit of brace, because it's not that bad. Maybe a piece of foam or a piece of rubber or something like that under that, because I find it moves just a little bit. There it goes. So you see as the hood goes up, see that? Yeah, so it's not that bad, but otherwise it's a pretty damn good product. It looks really good. It does the job very well, and the hood closes perfectly without issue. So this little hood prop here could retire. It served 20 something years of good service, so it's all good. One more little thing to make the engine bay look pretty. Okay, so I do have the full set of keys for the car, including the factory remote, as you can see here. The JDM version has a little beep when you press the key. So the other thing that I've done is actually replace the factory strut on the hatch. I've got the Z1 ultra high pressure version, so when you popped the trunk, it just actually pops up. So here we go. Alright, so if you guys have you know, a situation where you don't want this to happen, then you don't want to get this. But if you just want your trunk to pop up, it does a damn good job. It's very strong. Mind you, you have to use two hands to actually, you know, close the hatch. It's very, very, very hard to get down. You can't do it with one hand unless you're very strong. So that's pretty much that. So even if I try it, let's see. Oh, well, yeah, it takes a lot of effort. There we go. So that works. So again, pop the trunk. Goes right up by itself. So there you have it. Yeah, if you look at them, there is not a whole lot of special, you know, design or anything like that. It's just a replacement strut. Basically, just get a 10. I think it's a 10 mil, maybe a 10 or a 12. You know, wrench and take this off, and you do the other end. Now, basically, you would probably, if you're doing it by yourself, you would need someone to actually hold the hatch up, or you probably just get a piece of stick and just hold the hatch up while you make the adjustments, and you know, make the at least get the first one on. I think once you get the first one on, you will be able to. The first one will be able to hold it up by itself, so you should be okay. But it's always good to have a second pair of hands to get that done.